What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I want to talk about what happens when you give the new narcissist a second chance. And I call it the new narc because now in the last video, I spoke about, when they allow you that time to heal so that they can hurt you all over again. But that only happens if you let them back. But this time, they come back showing you that they are willing to do better. Also, you have set your standards higher. You told them what you're not going to deal with. You deserve better. And it just can't be that way anymore. So now they're begging, pleading to take you back. And, if you just give them a second chance, they will prove to you that they've changed and that, you know, they're willing to make it work by doing better, you know. So when you let in this new narc, you got to just think back to the love bombing stage when they may have showered you with gifts and stuff, you know, or start on something new for you and have all these big great ideas about your future together. But they don't never really get there. It's never really completed. They just do enough to keep you there. It was all planned from the beginning, you know. They just do enough to keep you strung along. They know that you're going to hang in there with them because they make it sound exciting and something to look forward to. But they never really have any intentions on making that day happen, you know. And so that's what they do. They offer up a lot of empty promises, and it normally never happens. They give you bits and pieces at a time, but it's never something that's fully completed. It's never something that'll make you fully satisfied. It's just enough to keep you waiting for more, like a cliffhanger. Like movies that there's a part one, part two, part three, movies that just like the Halloween movies, and the screams in different horror films or either other action movies. Part two, part three, part four, like the Rush Hour movies. It's just like it ends knowing that, oh, okay, they're setting us up for another part. So that's what the nurses do. They do pretty much the same thing. And I'm talking about the new narc. The new narc, they're coming harder this time. I'm not saying last time they bought you a motorbike, this time they buying you a car. I'm not saying they go that hard, but they, they kind of step up the game the second time around because they see that you're not playing this time. They still don't value you. They still don't respect you. It's still a tactic just to get you back. If they can get this to work for them, then they in there. As long as they can get their feet back in the door, that's all is what they look for. That's all, the only thing that matters to them. It's not even about your feelings. It's all a game to the narcissist. It's all in their head that they have to keep up a strategy in order to stay ahead of the game. They're winning if they know that you let them in again. They're winning. So that's step one. That doesn't mean, that you're going to get all these things they promised. They may start to show you some things, but it's not going to ever be everything that they mention. They're going to take your mind off of it by distracting you with other things in the relationship this time around. It just may not be as bad as the last time, but it's still not better than it was, if that makes sense. You will never have a perfect, peaceful relationship with the narcissist. You just won't. You know, it'll never be peaceful because they always start drama. They do things for entertainment for themselves. They need to know that you care about them enough to run behind them. They need to know that you're always head over heels in love with them and you'll do anything to keep them. So things will be good for so long with the narcissist, and then you'll start to see that same old happening all over again. And this is with this so-called new narc. I've been in a relationship with the narc who it started off where they just agree to everything. You know, you make it easy for them when you put words in their mouth by you telling them what you expect out of a relationship and that you want a long-term relationship, and maybe even marriage someday, stuff like that. And they're just sitting there like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a dog. If you could get the dog to do all these tricks, they come running back to you for more treats. That's how the narcissists act. They're nodding in front of you with the bulge eyes and the tongue hanging out. They're happy to know that they have you. That doesn't mean they're going to fulfill all these requests, all these needs that you deserve. They don't care anything about fulfilling your needs. It's all about them. And so, you know, again, as long as you make it easy for them by putting the words in their mouth and telling them what you want, they're going to just agree to it. But that's not really what's registering. They hear what you're saying, but they take it in just for future references and really to use that, you know, as a way to just kind of get over on you to get something else out of you. And then they'll lie and say, I never said that. They'll gaslight you in a minute and tell you, I never said that. I was just agreeing to, I was acknowledging that these things that you said you wanted, but I never said I was gonna do that. They want to make you feel crazy, like, okay, so why didn't you explain it to me back then? Because had I known that we didn't want the same thing, then we wouldn't have gotten this far in this relationship. But the new narc, remember I said they heard you the last time. This time they're gonna bring it up and acknowledge it because they want to one up from the last time, just to kind of go harder and make you think, see, I was listening to you the last time. They need that credit. They want you to keep throwing them those treats. So now you're kind of impressed, like, so you were listening to me. So you really do care about me. You were listening to me. Okay, so now I'm gonna get all of that this time. It's gonna be better this time around. You're really gonna be sold on it. But it's not gonna happen. That's just another tactic from the new North. They're not a better man, not a better woman, same old, just with different tricks up their sleeves. A whole nother game plan that if I can prolong all these things I said I'm going to do, I could probably give them a date this time where it's going to happen, to have them really expecting that it's going to happen when it's really not. When that time comes, bam, I'm going to be hit with some sudden emergency that's going to keep me from being able to fulfill their wishes. That's how the narcissists operate. The new narc. It's never going to change with them. And it's exhausting. It's draining. It takes a lot out of you. And you just have to just decide once and for all, okay, this is the second chance and you've done this again to me. I'm not going to give you a third chance. It's over now and it's over for good. And I'm not saying that all people who do this are narcissists, but I'm just telling you how narcissists operate when you give them a second chance. They act like this new person, so you give them the benefit of the doubt and they're showing you new things and they even speak different, like the love language is different. And it's like you're falling all in love with them again, this new narc. And you just on cloud nine, and it's like you're up on a balloon, they holding the string. That's all it is. They're watching you float on nothing but dreams and wishes. They got you right where they want you all over again. you know and before you know it, and pop, that balloon gonna pop, you gonna come flying right on back down on your behind and see that nothing is ever gonna change with the narcissist. So that's all I want to talk about in this video. Thank y'all for watching, and I will talk to you soon.